Okay, so we're going to move on to the next thing on the agenda here today. Okay, so we're going to go out to the front house here today, and there's some leaves and the grass is a little high. So we're going to do a little leaf mulching and cut the front lawn there. Okay, so this is the mower deck that you've seen previously. That came with the two 1957 Graveleys here. Okay, so the one that we use here, the orange one, what I did with that was, because the blade spins this way, okay, I cut the half of the guard off. I left this half on, and I cut it beyond the bolt, of course, because this is where it bolts on in the front. And then I just undid the bolts there. And like I said, I cut here, took it off. This way the grass blows out when you're cutting. And on that, yeah, with that deck, I took the 1969 Graveley. I made a video on that of leaf mulching. And like I said, I had this part open and we just went around and around and around. But we were able to mulch the leaves pretty good that way. Alright, so this one's covered. I don't know how well it's going to do. And then I just want to show you something else that came with the two 1957 Graveleys that we haven't got to it yet. Okay, so it also came with this mower deck and all these parts here the guy threw in. Okay, and here is the mulching guard for it to mulch leaves and so on. I looked it up on Richards to see about getting a thick blade. I don't think the thick blade is available anymore for these. So I want to do a double blade on this. I could order a couple from Richards, but I'm going to try to save some money, and I have another idea to put the 30-inch blades on this, and that'll be coming up probably next year. We'll get to that and do that. It would be cool if I had this thing ready to go to do the leaf mulching with the dual blades on it. So, alright, so let's go out front and we'll get started. Okay, so I'll film this the best I can. Some of it you may not be able to see, but I think for the most part you can see what's going on here. Some leaves fell from the tree, not a whole bunch, but the grass is a little high here too, so I hope you enjoy it. Hit a stone or something, but that wasn't good. But I don't think any damage was done. I just hope it didn't hit any cars out in the highway, but I would have known it by now, I think. have dirt in the carburetor, so we're gonna have to go adjust that now. It's on full choke right now. So, okay, I'll be back to you. All my tractors are going to need inline filters. That I know. Fuel filters. This is the gas. We're using the 1957, the second Gravely project. This is the one where we're going to be taking apart and restoring it. And we used the tank off the 54, which is a little dirty. I got as much rust out of it as I could. This carburetor looks like this is the carburetor the guy said he rebuilt. Okay, so I'm using a 7/16 socket on a 1/4-inch ratchet, and we're just going to take the drain bolt out. I have a coffee can under here too. Next we're going to take out the idle jet. Let me see how many turns this is out. If I can get the screwdriver on there. Half. 1. Half. About 1 3/4. That seems like usually they're like 1 turn out from bottoming out usually, but I don't know in this case. I'm probably in your way more than anything here, but I'll do the best I can. Next, I'm using a 1/2-inch wrench, and we're going to take the high-speed jet adjustment, which is 1 assembly, so we're not going to be messing with the adjustment, although we will adjust the carburetor after we're done. And there's a gasket on here that we don't want to lose too. The gasket's on here, cool. Might have to move the camera a little bit. Right now I'm going through the high speed. You just gotta get this straw in the center from where you pulled out the adjustment assembly. That looks pretty good. Yeah, actually I had to run it on choke all the way back up here to compensate for the fuel starvation. That's pretty cool. I'm just gonna let some gas run out. The gas didn't look that bad that came out of the carburetor when I took the drain bolt out. Didn't look bad. We checked the fuel cap vent because we painted it. That's still pretty clear. Nothing wrong with that. Let me shut this off a minute. I'm going to take the fuel line off, and I'm going to shoot some brake clean into the line here, where it goes in and it meets up with the needle and seat, and we'll make sure that's all clean in there too. That could have been pretty bad news, whatever we hit out there, and it went into the highway. When I used to take care of the front, there was never any problems like that. The people that live out there, I don't know. I don't know what they had laying in there. So the needle's open in there. Right now we just flushed out the needle and seat. So I think we should be alright with it. Let some more gas run through. Oh, wait a minute, I gotta put the fuel line back on. Dope. Yeah, let's see how the fuel is running out of here. It's a good idea. Not that great. But good enough, I would say. Yeah, these filters got to get changed here sooner or later. Alright, we'll put the fuel line back on. I think I'm just going to, you saw how I took it apart and what I did. So I guess I'll just put it, I'll take you off camera for now. And looks like this clamp, it must be one of those wonderful Harbor Freight clamps. It's clamping it, but, you know, I badmouth a lot of stuff with Harbor Freight, but there are some good stuff, you know, good things you could buy there. You know, I shouldn't badmouth, well, I'm going to badmouth them with whatever's a hunk of junk. That I'm going to do, because I don't want to steer anybody wrong and tell them, oh, this is great, and, and you end up breaking it in 2 seconds. You know, whatever tool you are using. Yeah, so I'll put the whole thing back together, and then when we do the final tuning, I'll bring you back. Okay, so everything's back together here. All I did right now is for the high speed adjustment here, there's a 5/16 lock. I just loosened that up so we can spin this around if need be. I mean, the guy rebuilt the carburetor, but it was not, I don't think I ever adjusted this when it was on this tractor anyway, but that's beside the point. It did have dirt in there. That's why it was stalling like it was. I'll turn the gas on, get things flowing here. May have to choke it. I can tell it's okay now because it choked out. So his brake clean's still in the carburetor. have a problem here. We have a problem. I don't know what. It's carbureted, I know that. I don't know if we'll have to take the carburetor apart and clean it out real good. I'm not really sure right now. Alright, so I'll get back to you. Let me see what's going on with this. I really need to finish up cutting because I want to cut the little field too and be done for the year. So let me see if I come up with anything and I'll be back to you. You probably see it. Look at the rust in here. I can't even blow through it. Here, let me put it this way. Maybe you could say it. Look at it. It's clogged. I can't even blow through it. I don't know how it ran, period. This is the problem. I gotta see if I can come up with some kind of fuel filter around here. Alright, I'll be right back again. Okay, so I had these filters that came with a Honda carburetor I bought. I bought a couple of Honda carburetors. And I think I have like 2 of these. That's all I have. They're kind of too small. It's a small filter. But I was able to put the line on there with clamps. And it's really tight. So we're okay with that. I'm just letting the fuel flow a little bit, and then we'll start it up and adjust the carburetor. I can't believe how clogged up that filter was. I can imagine how the filters are on all the other tractors. So I'm sorry for doing this, but moving the camera around like this, but sorry. Alright, let me start it up and see if we can adjust the carburetor again. I can't believe how clogged that was. We'll try to start it with no choke. Guess I left the choke on before. Now it's off. Okay, sounds good. You notice I had it too rich when I was giving the throttle. I was having a hard time regaining RPM. So I just leaned it out a little bit. It's like a tat on the rich side, but I like it that way. Okay, I guess we'll go back out front again. See what we can do. I turned the idle jet screw out one turn from bottoming out, and that's how I left it. It's fine. I don't like how it's doing with the guard not half cut off, because it's leaving streaks. But we're gonna have to finish this up now here, like it is. So, okay, so it runs pretty good. It's a clogged fuel filter. To me, it did a horrible job, you know, without that guard cutting ass. But if you want to join me out in the field, feel free. If you want to call it a day watching this video, I don't blame you. So for those of you that want to stick around, I'll see you out in the field. Now we have these walnuts to contend with here. That's what all that racket's going to be. Never put your feet by that. Still spinning. Okay, so the reason, what I do with these is they have a fuel shut off, the screws in the tank, and that has a screen. They come with a screen on it. So all the rust that's floating around in the tank doesn't come out. It just stays in the tank because of that screen. So what I chose to do is I always rip that screen off and I put an inline filter in it. This way the rust will come out of the tank and catch right into the fuel filter. Yeah, I just wanted to explain that to you real quick. Yeah, so shame on me about the fuel filter. I gotta buy a bunch of them. I've been meaning to buy them. I think that where the heck, Home Depot wanted $13 or $14 for a John Deere filter, the same ones I use. I'm not paying that. I gotta try to find some cheap filters. I should have looked to see at the end of the season here up in Walmart. They usually have a clearance. I could have picked up 4 or 5 of them, but last time I was up there, I didn't see any lawnmower or lawn equipment parts around. So, yeah, I have to get some fuel filters. All my Graveleys, they need to be changed. God knows that. I think that fuel filter came off the. I think it came off the postal Gravely, because we converted that to the sediment bowl. And from there, I don't know where that came from. It could have been a used filter from before on something else. I don't know. But I hope you enjoyed the video. I have a feeling this is going to be a really long video. I'll title it so you could just skip around if you want. You know, well, it's too late to tell you that now because I'm closing now. But I hope you enjoyed the video and got something out of it. Change your fuel filters. Thanks for watching. I'll see you all on the next one.